Yeah, let me medicate. I need something to get me in the right place of mind. No snakes hanging around any place of mine. I'm trying to build an empire, we in two different states of mind. I'm trying to escape the confines of my city limits, but shit get risky as making one of these shorties and misses. Gotta keep a low profile nowadays. I'm staying out the way, you single niggas wildin' with these low rates of retention. Jumping at the first chance you get cause she showed you some attention. I love this life out the spotlight, I love staying out the mentions. Don't trip on your words when you speak on my name. I like my name in conversations by the ascension. I'm Doc's descendant, the chosen son cut from a different cloth. I guess I fit the description so well. This life treats me so well, like I've been praying and wishing that I could take it there. Fuck it, I'll take the stairs, the road less traveled, I promise I'ma make it there.
I'm Aubrey Ward. Welcome to the first episode of Lab Rats and Loaded Minds.
And I'm Twan, where we talk about the sports we love and how they should be talked about. No takes, just facts and opinions.
Today we have one of the home bases here in beautiful Richmond Heights, where it's nice and quiet, you know, trees, birds, and everything we love. Nice nature feel. So we got to doing this because I'm a sports journalist major. I'm in my grad year for this, and this is something I really want to do. You know, I really got inspired by watching like Pivot Podcast, I Am Athlete, all that when they first started. And, what inspired us to do this mainly for me, I believe what JJ Redick and Brian did when they started theirs, using both of our minds to bring something together. When we talk about basketball, we talk about football, with your knowledge of basketball, my knowledge of football, and we can do all that, bring together, show these young kids what this is all about.
No, for sure, 100%, yeah. Definitely agree with you. I feel like we see a lot of media right now. It's a lot of bad vibes, surrounding both games. A lot of takes, and it's for clicks. But at the same time, I feel like, sports are meant to be covered how they're supposed to be covered, and that's why I kind of wanted to do it. Granted, I am working in sports, definitely got to censor a little bit what I say, but at the same time, just creating that sense of professionalism, like when we talk about, what we're gonna be talking about in terms of basketball and football. So, let's get into it.
We're supposed to be going to Vegas. I would say Twan's going. I want to say tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna be probably attempting to go in about 2 to 3 days. Well, we'll probably do a second episode for you all, and we're gonna be at Summer League. The whole reason Twan's going down there, he's real tapped in with the game. This is your favorite trainer right here. I don't know if y'all know that, but this is him. So he's real tapped in. We're going down there to experience Summer League, catch the good vibes out there, meet some players, meet some coaches, meet some other people like Twan, and see what we can come out with. But with that topic, what do you think and who do you think builded the best young core right now when it comes to having these kids that we're about to see at Summer League?
Young cores off the top of my head, I feel like that can be a tricky question because you can, when we talk about the draft, it's different from the NFL. So like in the NFL, you got 7 chances to hit.
No, definitely.
In the NBA, you got 2, sometimes 3 or 4. You rarely see teams with like 5 picks just because of how many people are on the team. So, I feel like you could go ahead and say, like, for instance, like the Spurs, first people I come to mind just because they had the best young prospect was at 2-3 years ago in Wemby. And they surrounded him with Castle, Johnny Bryant. That's the first one that comes to my head just because of Wemby. Like, I think he's the best prospect we've seen in a while. I don't want to say since Bron because I feel like that's not fair to like the rest of the league, but just in terms of like the hype surrounding his name and how young he is and how good he is already, and then the fact that he's like an alien too. Like, we've never seen anybody at his size being able to move like he can, as well as just his impact on both ends, especially the defensive end. So I definitely say the Spurs. I feel like obviously you got to throw the Thunder in there just because they just won a championship. They're one of the younger teams in the NBA still, and they've added Topic as well as AJ Mitchell was getting some minutes this year. They got a lot of good young pieces. I feel like it's a lot of young talent though in the league right now.
Definitely.
Like it's
league
getting
is surrounded by young talent now.
It's really getting to a point where, like, as young players coming into the league, if you got to stay 2-3 years, 4, maybe even a 5th year to make sure you're ready to play in the league, that's what you got to do, because the league is just at the point now where we having dudes like Amin, the Thompson twins, where they probably are in the top 1%, really like top 0.2% of athletes we've ever seen in the league, and then they're skilled too. So yeah, the amount of work you got to put in now to get to the league is at an all-time high.
Yeah,
So.
Speaking of Thompson, it's gonna be good to see him with KD.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's gonna be a freak of nature with another freak of nature. It's not gonna do nothing but excel his game. But I want to speak about young talent. We Cleveland Cavaliers always seem to get a couple good pieces.
Definitely.
And when it comes to summer league, we're always one of those teams that are in the top of the summer league category. So I'm gonna have this segue into my next question, which I think does matter but doesn't. Does summer league championships matter? So I think they do, to a point where it's the competitive nature of it.
Yeah.
Having these young athletes, these second years, these rookies go at it and see who, like you said, it's a short list, a short roster. See who's valuable enough to earn their spot. So I think it matters in that standpoint, where it's, do we see we really got a guy? Say you pick somebody last in the draft. Most times you don't know if that's gonna work out. So do we really got that guy? What do you think about that?
I mean, how you feel about NFL preseason? Granted, it's no championship, it's no tournament, but how you feel about NFL preseason?
Preseason's weird because it used to matter. I still think it matters, but it's to a certain extent. Like the Browns are in a case now where preseason matters.
No, for sure.
We're in a quarterback competition here, and we have to see if our two young rookie quarterbacks, one of them can be the franchise quarterback for us. And if that's not the case, then we have to move on. But for the preseason, I say, like it is for the NBA Summer League, it's really just about who do we have. If we got a guy, are they really going to be what we thought they were going to be? And if not, we have to move on from there. So the preseason, most people see it as a joke. Sometimes I think they shortened it to amp it up a little bit, so you can have some of the vets play, because you don't really want the vets to play because you don't want to get injured.
Yeah.
So I think they dropped it a couple games so you can have your vets get some reps, because you got to get the reps. You got to get full reps with your teams. You do scrimmages and stuff where they come over and you play, but it's not like something that's live, on televised, So I think it's important, but to a certain extent.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't want to say the championship matters, but at the same time, I think the championship is more chances for you to see these quote unquote highly touted draft picks, or overseas guys that you got on summer league roster, or even tryout players that you could potentially see in your G League system. So I feel like it's a 50-50, yes and no, because if you make it to the G League championship game, you've probably played close to 10 games. So that's mean there's 10 examples. There's 10 10, I don't want to say I'm just trying to say there's 10 chances for you to see it on film too when you play it back and you watch it as you get ready for the season, especially as you talk about roster spots, because again, it's not 53.
No, yeah, right.
It's 15, and then you have another 3 slots for G League, your 2As. So it gets shorter, but it definitely gives you a chance to see, the wide spectrum of your pool, your player pool that you have on top of your already set NBA contract guys. So I feel like maybe I'm gonna lean a little bit more towards yes, especially for the teams that are not necessarily in a win now, more like a rebuilding. Let's see what we have type of situation.
Brooklyn type thing. Yeah,
for the Nets, I feel like them winning the G League championship, or even just getting there, would be
that's
very beneficial to
sure.
the front office, and seeing okay, this is who we got. These are guys that might be able to earn roster spots. We might be given Exhibit 10, which is a training camp, just all that stuff that goes into building out your roster, building out your farm system, and just going into the year with something. Because the Nets right now, they coming off what is this, 2025? The last playoffs they was in was with Mikal. That was 23.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
That's 23. Whenever he got traded there,
that's about right.
Yeah, 23. So, or 20. It might be 22. To be honest, we had to look that up. But
that's low.
but they in a rebuilding mode. They haven't had a franchise guy. I know they got Cameron Thomas, but they have so much young talent.
Yeah,
They
now they
had
got 5 picks they
yeah
just had. That
yeah
was ridiculous.
for them
Stacking up right
guys
there.
it'll be important to like like try to play as many games as you can because I think it's
Yeah.
5 guaranteed games that you get
Okay.
throughout the week,
I
and
didn't know
then the
that.
rest is just if you win, and then the consolation games, which is more opportunity for you to get on tape. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely lean a little bit more towards yes, just because of there are obviously gonna be more team like there's only two think about it, it's only two teams that really are like okay we're good. Granted, not we're
No,
good,
yeah.
but
I see what you're saying.
we're
Yeah.
going into next year. We just played in the championship round.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody else is trying to gear up to see all right what pieces do we need to add
Right.
to lift us over that hump. So I'm gonna go with yes. Definitely go with yes.
Yeah. Well, do they get rings for that?
They do get rings. They've been getting rings for a couple years now, which
I'd
is
love to give
crazy.
me a ring.
Now summer league championship ring, like
Yeah.
granted it's not
It's not
no
a finals
finals
or
or Super Bowl ring,
no,
whatever,
but
but it's
it's a
some
ring
it's
though.
some.
Like I got a ring.
No, the summer league, and I think they've done a good job of like making summer league an event as like its all-star weekend, and they've been putting a lot of money into it. Like the Cooper Flag and Bronny game is
That
already
game
like
gonna be
courtside tickets is in the thousands for summer
yeah.
league though.
I understand it though.
I'm not gonna say it don't matter, but again, it's a summer league game. Like this has nothing to do with. I'm not gonna say that had nothing to do with the rest of their careers, but like in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things, these stats don't count.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to see how much of an impact like the league is making on focusing on summer league. So
Yeah, but if you think about it, that game, bro, that's two of the next biggest stars. I
yeah,
mean, if Bronny pan out to be what he's supposed to be, and Cooper Flag, we know he's gonna be what he's supposed to be based off what he did with pros last year in the Olympic practices. So, I mean, these are the next two big things. So, I would understand 1,000
no, for
for
sure.
courtside seats because I'd probably get them courtside seats if I could.
Yeah,
But $1,000.
yeah, 1,000 is crazy for a summer league game. I ain't gonna lie, especially in Vegas too.
No, yeah.
That 500 or no, that 900,
Yeah.
maybe 100, but that 900 could go to the casino. You
Yeah, I
feel
was
me?
finna
It could
say
go
you can go make 1,000
yeah,
to
that's
5,000.
definitely
You
true.
go spend 1,000. No man, but what you think about the NBA moves that's been happening?
Well, again, we just talked about Cooper Flag and whatever people think about that whole Nico situation, him
Oh,
trading Luka, them getting the first pick, whatever. It already
yeah.
happened. So just take it for what it is. But I think like Cooper Flag is. I hope that he's going to be because I don't want to make it a take, but I hope that he's going to be like in that same breath as a Wemby, a Bron, like guys that was highly touted, guys that are like, oh, he's the next big thing. Because if you turn on the tape, especially with him being at Duke, like it was a situation where he was coming into a situation where he's going to be the best player on the team, and he was going to be surrounded by guys that are not only help him, but they're also like really good players in their own right, like a Tyrese Proctor. Like he had been there for a couple of years, and when he came in, he wasn't like as highly touted as Cooper Flag, but he was going to be a lottery pick coming into the year. That's what they had him on. So, like I think Cooper Flag, like he's going into I don't think we've seen. It's been a while since we've seen a number one pick going to a win now situation where he's going to be like a heavy contributor.
And you're going with, somebody who can teach you the low game, somebody that can teach you how to move with the ball.
And then somebody can teach you how to shoot.
Man.
They got Clay. So it's like
it's just you get in every avenue now. You're made to be, if it pans out, you're made to be him at this point. Like you can't lose.
No, if he don't pan out, it had to be, God forbid, injury or something like that. Something like that. Like we had to really because he went to a good program, great coaching staff, and he's going to Jason Kidd. Like everything.
I didn't even know he went to what was it, Maine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I thought he was always at Duke. That's something I did not know.
No. He didn't go to. He's from there.
Oh, he's
from
Maine.
He played like EYBL for I don't know what their team name is, but like it's like the main team. But like it's not a lot of people in Maine.
No,
so,
yeah.
He was saying I was reading the story. They say like everybody knows everybody. Like his draft watch party was crazy because like everybody in the city was there, everybody in the town was there that he's from. So, he just I feel like it's been a decent like we seen KD. To me, like the KD disrespect is crazy because I literally seen a stat where he hasn't averaged under like 25 points in like 10 years or something crazy like that. But it's just like he's like 36, and he's
Still
still
doing that.
probably
Yeah.
top 3, top 2 scorers in the game. So it's just like,
you know where he at on the scoring list? Is he high? Like 5,
definitely.
like
And
top 5?
for him to miss a whole year
No, yeah.
and still be where he is, I think he should be getting close to that top 5.
Okay.
Because I mean, he's so efficient, he can catch up. He can
Mhm.
make up for the time that he lost. But another move that's like, he a needle mover. Like,
No, yeah.
at
Yeah.
this stage in his career to say that, and that's why.
You can tell he need a mover by what they doing
Yeah,
for
for
him.
sure.
Come
For
on,
sure.
man. Like the moves they made, they're if I had to look on the betting app, I would think they're the favorites. If not them or OKC, the
Yeah.
favorites.
The West is scary, man.
No, yeah. Yeah.
The West is definitely scary because that's another move that creates a lot of tension at the top half of the Western Conference. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what other moves I like what the Cavs did. You know,
Of course.
even it don't matter
Home
what team
team.
I'm gonna work for.
Home team.
I'm from Cleveland. You
Home
feel me? I'm from
team.
Cleveland, so I always gonna be paying attention to what the Cavs is doing.
Yeah.
I want to see them do well, so I think that they did a good job in bringing in a Caruso type of fit with Lonzo, given that he can play on the ball, he can play off the ball, he can guard
Yeah.
1 through 3. And he's somebody that could take pressure off of D Mitch and DG.
Yeah.
So love what they did. I love how they grabbed Proctor in the draft. I think he's gonna come right in and being able to contribute. Yeah, it's a lot of teams. I feel like OKC set the blueprint in
Yeah,
terms of
kinda.
like,
How to do this.
yeah,
How
to
to really map
draft.
out and be successful. Yeah. So we
They did
speaking
it
about
quick too.
Shea just got
2020.
his big extension,
Yeah,
right?
2019, 2020 is when they traded for PG. So yeah, about
Yeah.
a 5, but to win a championship in a 5 to 6 year rebuild,
No, that's crazy.
is crazy.
Yeah, literally. But we speaking about the Eastern Conference right now. So what you think about Mike Brown going to the Knicks? You think it's just another fire after, or what you think?
I think feel like Mike Brown is. I'm not gonna say he the same coach as Tibbs because that's not fair. I feel like
And that's what
each
I was getting at pretty much. Like, do
each
you think
coach
it's
is
a
101.
fire after type of thing? It's
Yeah,
kind of like all our, older great coaches or good coaches, say what you say about what you want to say about Mike Brown, but he did coach the GOAT, So
two of
all
them.
of them, yeah. Oh
Coach
yeah.
two
I
of them.
forgot
Yeah,
actually, yeah, two of them. So, these coaches, we could say the same with Doc. They be one and done coaches now, which is kind of crazy. But if I see it, if people want to win now, these owners putting all this money and everything in, and they ready to win. So no, yeah, and then
as
got
a
and they
defensive
as a
minded
defensive
coach,
minded coach, and they got fired. It's different.
and that's why I'm not tripping because I
Hey,
seen a
and
lot of
shout out
people.
to John, man.
No, shout out to
Shout
John
out to John,
for
boy
sure.
behind the camera, helping us out here.
No, but I saw a lot of people talking about Mark Jackson because I feel like he a guy that growing up playing ball, hearing his voice on ESPN, knowing what he did with the Splash Brothers and putting the Warriors like really on the map.
Yeah.
After that, We Believe team, like when they drafted Steph, they started getting pieces. And yeah, he's a guy that, like a lot of people just in like basketball discourse, wanting the Knicks to give him. He was a former player. If anybody know anything about Mark Jackson, he was a point guard. Love getting his teammates involved. He's one of the best distributors like in the game when
You
he
know
was
Mark
actually
Jackson
playing.
if you played the game.
Facts.
I can't say. That's all I can say. If you play any games, any basketball games growing up, you know who Mark Jackson
That's a
is.
fact. But I seen he had posted some, and everybody was saying like it was a in relation to the Mike Brown press conference because it was like it's a thing where it's like you fire a defensive minded coach to bring in another defensive minded coach. It's like okay, but then like what John said about the offensive rating, that's true. But it's just like, we just gonna have to. It's gonna be at the. What we gonna see? Like what's gonna happen? Because nothing really matters.
There?
Yeah,
That's
nothing
all
matters to the playoffs. And
are
like
you gonna take us there?
the East is definitely wide open. What I have loved to see them running back with Tibbs, but the thing about Tibbs is as great as he is as a coach, that bench depth, it hurt them when they ran into a team like the Pacers. That's just they hockey sub. They sub like 3 at a time.
No, definitely. They were just sending them to you.
Yeah, like and to depend on Jalen Brunson and Cat and really just that whole starting lineup to like get you all the way to the finals is just we just don't live in that league anymore. And like that just goes back to the eras and like
build around.
There is no more 1 to 2 guys. Like, granted, you still gonna have your franchise guy. Like, you have Shea.
You gonna have your couple.
But then behind Shea, you got your tier 2 stars and Chet and J Dub.
Mm-hmm.
And then after J Dub, you got your glue, your team guys in Caruso, Dortz,
Yep. All the rest of them, for real.
like
We pretty much cut
Isaiah
out
Joe,
the
like
line.
yeah. So it's like you got to really build your team in order to support the franchise, and I feel like you can do that too through like actually playing players. Like I feel like the Knicks, granted they bench wasn't that crazy, but
Yeah.
just giving them dudes or like give Jalen Brunson some help, bro. He won clutch player in the
One
league
clutch
for a
player in the
reason. So it's
league, man.
like you got to give him
He
some help
watched
and
it.
some relief. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see like what Mike Brown does to them. I obviously wish him the best. He gave us
No,
my
definitely.
our first finals trip of our
Yeah.
childhood.
Hey,
like
Mike, we mess with you here, Mike.
definitely
Here at Lab
Cleveland
Rats and
legend.
Loaded Minds, we mess with you. Hey,
Come on the pod, bro.
I went to that finals game. Pops took me. I remember walking through the terminal tower and seeing a little spray painted whatever
The finals
the
logo.
finals
Yeah.
logo. I'm like, man, this is crazy. And I'm a kid, you
That's
know.
really a fever dream too. Like and that's again, I think it hurts Bron that he's still playing because the fact that we were in the finals
No,
and
literally.
as a 22-year-old,
22-year-old.
it's okay though. That's gonna be another episode.
No, yeah, we
man.
ain't gonna do that to y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We here on Lab Rats and Loaded Minds. I'm Aubrey Ward with your favorite trainer, Twan.